And last but not least, uh, I'm just gonna go on record right now.
You have a confession to make.
I have a confession to make. Uh,
Tell me, my son.
I'm getting the iPhone. The iPhone. The iPhone. The iPhone. The iPhone. I'm just gonna let you guys dwell on that for a second. A little bit of silence.
Just so you guys know, we've all been Nexus buddies for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Me, David, Marco.
I'm kind of glad that David's not here because
He's yelling at you
he
right now.
As he's listening to this, he's yelling right
Yep.
now. He's telling me that I'm an idiot.
Oh no, I think he feels it like as you're saying it.
Yeah. He's probably gonna call in a minute and say, "I heard that someone wanted to go back to the iPhone." Now let me just say this, okay? I started on the iPhone and I had like the 3G, the 3GS, then the 4, and then one day I dropped my phone in water, like every phone owner does at some point in their life, and I just decided, you know what? You know, David and Obi have been talking about they've had Android devices forever. I don't know if you guys ever even owned an iPhone
No,
at
I
any
never
point.
did.
I know David did because he showed me his, and that's what prompted me to get one. This was 6 years ago,
What a twist.
right? Isn't that weird? Yeah,
He started all
he
this.
did. He started it.
Look at what he created.
It's his fault.
Oh.
So so I went to first I had the Galaxy phones, so I had an S2, then an S3, then I got a Nexus 5.
Again, you're old.
Very, very old. 24 years, very old. Um, the phones have been really good. My only complaint really is just well, first, okay, Google Play gets apps after iOS, and this is because app developers they develop apps on iOS because Apple makes it easier for them to develop apps, and they go, well, they're just going to make it easier for us.
Let's just do
it. Right. And then afterward, they say, okay, now we have to make an Android app. But do we really?
Yeah, it's more effort for them to do.
Yeah.
It's just like the PS3 used to be. You know, it's harder for them to develop games for it. So a lot of times they just didn't.
Like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. And that with I mean, I'm not a big app guy, and I think this is the reason that I'm okay. There's a couple of reasons that I'm going back, but the bare bones reason is I just don't really care about what Android phones have to offer me, which is customization, full control over the phone. None of that really matters to me. What I want is a phone that's going to work when I turn it on, and a phone that I don't have to worry about, which is what Apple products were.
Can I speak from David's point of view?
Speak from David's point of view without harshness.
So no, there's going to be harshness. I have to embody it. So what you're saying is you're stupid.
Yeah. That sounds like what he would say. What I'm saying is when I had an iPhone, like at the very least, okay, yes, I can already hear the fanboys yelling at me and calling me an idiot. But Android devices, like the apps crash, they get apps late. The phone itself is funky sometimes.
That's a good thing.
No, not funky in a good way. I put it on airplane mode, then I turn it off airplane mode, and it's all over the place. I don't get messages, and I'm on Sprint right now, and forget all the Android versus Apple debate. Sprint sucks my dick.
Oh yeah,
Sprint sucks.
Often it asks you to do the same, actually.
Because, exactly, because they don't give a shit about their customer. Sprint sucks. Now their customer service, off the charts.
Well, they need it.
Yeah, because their service is so awful.
Sprint, more like jog, am I right?
Big bang, boom!
We need a bell.
Yeah, we do. But, so yeah, they need good customer service, which they have. You call anytime, and they're willing and able to help you as much as they can, but they can't because the service is just that god awful.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, all right, I'm going to change my service. What phone do I want to get? What service do I want to go to? I just decided I saw the iPhone 6 coming out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going back.
Mm.
That's really all there is
That's all
to
it
it.
is.
It's easy. It's reliable. Maybe it's a little overpriced, but you know what? I got the money for it.
You're part of the bourgeoisie now.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I got the Android phone, and like all my family members, I convinced them like Android's the best. You get this, that, and the third, and your Apple sucks, and you
Well,
don't get it.
you're a dirty turncoat. That's what you are.
I have no loyalty when it comes to devices. I mean, I had a PlayStation 2, I had a PlayStation 3, but I barely played it. Got an Xbox, then went back to PlayStation. No loyalty. I want what makes me happy.
Hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I have a MacBook Pro, and I never regretted that purchase.
Right. We both have Macs. Maybe they're a little overpriced, but the feeling of the Mac, like Apple, if nothing else, they know what people want. They know what casual, like, look, I just want something easy, just like this is how to do it, and this is how I'm going to do it. Wow, this is so simple. Like, that's what Apple is about. It's like the streamlined design.
Yeah.
They're beautiful devices. I don't care. Like, look, if you hate Apple and all its fans and Steve Jobs and whatever, okay, fine. Hate on all that if you want. But you cannot tell me that the iPhone is not a beautifully designed phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gorgeous phone. I don't care what anyone says.
Right.
Their devices are beautiful devices. The MacBook Air is so sleek and beautiful looking. Like like looks wise, off the charts. Way better than anything else. Period.
I mean, that's debatable, obviously, but the fact of the matter is,
say so.
I mean, I think some people prefer the Android look to the iPhone, but
yeah,
iPhone definitely has a uniform look. You know, like it's designed well. The only problem I have with Apple nowadays is I feel like they're grasping at the straws that Steve Jobs left.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like it's slowly but surely dwindling away.
But you know what they're saying with the iPhone 6 is they have finally like released the reins a little bit of, okay, look, we're Apple and we don't give a shit what our competitors are doing. People are going to buy our phones because they're iPhones. Mm-hmm. So fuck it. They've let go of that a little bit, and they finally started to say, you know what? Our competitors are blowing us out of the water. We need to kind of catch up. So they've increased the size. They've increast the speed of the processor. Mm-hmm. They've increased the battery life. Like little things here and there. You can download third-party apps now. At least that's what I heard.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Well, let me go back into David mode real quick. So you're saying you want an iPhone because it does exactly what Android does right now. That is
something that David would undoubtedly say. Like
I know 100%. The man.
That's
I know
what
him.
He would say. Yeah, because as far as my history goes with Apple devices, they've always been reliable. That's the one thing. Like I said, I don't give a shit about. Like, I had a bunch of Android devices, and they're customizable and this, that, and the third. But, like, I don't really care. I just want something that's going to work. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of my phone crashing. I'm tired of my apps crashing. Like, I never had this problem with any of my Apple devices.
That was going to be my other question was, does that not happen with iPhones?
Never. Maybe some people can attest to this, that they've had or disagree, I guess. That, you know, maybe their apps have crashed. But when it comes to, like, my experience with iPhone and Apple devices, period, I've never had an app crash. I've had phone calls drop, but that's due to service. Mm-hmm. Like, the phone itself has been perfect as far as, you know, what it was there to do. It worked perfectly. So, I want that again. I'm tired of fucking dealing with this shit.
Just a simple man.
That's all I am.
That's all it is.
A simple man.
All right, well, I mean,
they would probably call me a basic bitch.
That's true.
See,
you're channeling him now.
A simple man. Okay. Not a basic bitch. A simple man who wants an iPhone.
All right. I don't know if he'd call you a man for that, but
hey, you know what? And you know what? For the record,
I am a man.
I'm a man. People need to stop with this fucking Android versus Apple bullshit. I mean, I get why people who are loyal to Android devices would think that Apple fanboys are like dumb, I guess. I don't know. But, like, it's a fucking phone, man.
Yeah.
It's a fucking phone. Let it go.
Well, the claim I think against Apple fanboys is that they, I don't know, they're almost a religion, you know, like they hell or high water are gonna back Apple products regardless. And I mean, like I feel like that was developed during the time of Steve Jobs, and rightly so. I mean, the guy was awesome at what he did, and you know, having that vision, I understand the hype. I get the hype, but he's gone now, and I feel like
he made you believe in the company.
Right. It was more than a company, though. You know, it was a state of mind.
Yeah.
You know, like it was something ethereal.
Right. It was very cultural.
Yeah. Culturally shaping and.
But
I mean, even the iPod.
Yeah.
You know, the iPod is a revolutionary idea. Not an original one, mind you. I'm not saying it was the first MP3 player, which it definitely was not.
Right.
But it was the one that really took the reins.
Well, that's what they're all about. That's what Apple was all about. And that's what I think they're trying to get back to with the iPhone 6, is trying to be innovative. Not wholly original, but innovative. But I mean, the problem is, you're right. People who are fans of Apple have turned it into almost a religion or a culture or a cult.
Yeah.
But the people who are against Apple have turned it into a militia.
Yeah.
It's like this
jihad.
Yeah, and it's just like, why are you so angry at people who just don't really care about devices like that, who just want an iPhone? Like, okay, I get it.
Look at PC Master Race. That's the same idea. It's
like, okay, we get it. Like, we're dumb. But it's not going to stop me from getting a PlayStation, so like, you can talk all you want, but I'm not going to get it.
Don't want to load them drivers.
Same thing with the iPhone. Like, look, all right, you hate me.
You got me.
I'm still going to get it.
You got it.
Like, you can be as angry as you want, but why? Like, people dedicate so much time to being so angry, so much time and so much emotion and mental space, and being angry at people who just don't really care.
I think as human beings, we need a cause to back.
Yeah.
You know, like we're rebels without causes. We need something, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox or iPhones or PCs, you know, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you can back. Maybe the Seattle Seahawks or whatever.
Yep.
You know, like whatever it is you need to...
Go Hawks.
There you go. Whatever it is you need to back, I feel like people naturally just not only want to back what they're about, but denounce anything that's counter what they, you know, claim to be.
Yeah.
That's just the human nature.
Well, you know what? It doesn't really help anything. It doesn't really push anything forward. You know, it just, I don't know. It just kind of keeps people stuck in place.
Yeah.
Arguing about stuff like that. Dumb.
What we're trying to say is we want peace on Earth.
Peace on Earth. And we're trying to win a beauty pageant.
That'd be good.
And that's it.
Can you choreograph the beauty pageant?
You better believe I can.
Okay. I'm going to pull a little Miss Sunshine.
You're going to have to shave. And that's it for this week, you guys. This has been the One Baron Podcast. My name is Mr. Dupa. Animal BC's Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And for Drunk Dave, who's not here, thank you guys for listening. We love you all. Have a beautiful week.